Serial numbers can be manually or automatically assigned to products on a receipt in AX. You can use the manual allocation of serial and batch numbers if you want to trace the items back to the vendor. For example, when you receive chemical or medical items, you can continue to use the serial and batch numbers that are provided by your vendors so that you can fully trace and recall the defective items throughout the supply chain. Let's take a look at how you can pre-create serial numbers in AX. Alright, so in my first example, I'll show you how to manually create a serial number from inventory management. Underneath inquiries, there's a folder called dimensions, and we can open the batches or serial number forms. For this example, I'll show a serial number. Here you can see the full list of every serial number in the entire system. I'll go ahead and create a new one. Select the item number and enter the manufacturing date. The General tab will display the same information, and if you click the Description tab, you can type in a more detailed description. This might be additional information that's provided by the vendor. The RFID tab contains some fields that are specific to using the wireless functionality in AX. I'll go ahead and create a second serial number. For the same item. Now that I've got my two serial numbers created, what I'm going to show you is how you can follow a similar process from a purchase order. I'm going to open up Procurement and Sourcing and create a new purchase order underneath All Purchase Orders. I'll click the New Purchase Order button and then select a vendor. When I click OK, the order will be created, and I'll add a line for my item. I'm going to update the quantity to 2 for this purchase order because I'm going to purchase 2 items. There are a couple different options on how we can specify or add the serial numbers from the purchase order form. If you do not have the serial number activated on the grid, you can use the Inventory Dimension Display button to show the dimensions, or you can go to the Line Details tab and then click the Product tab and select the serial number. If there's only one serial number, you can specify the value here. However, when there's more than one serial number, you must register the serial numbers. If I needed to create a new serial number, I can right-click on this field and select View Details, which would take me right to the serial number screen that I just demonstrated for you. Because there are 2 serial numbers for this particular order, I'm going to use the registration product. This is found in the Update Line button, which is underneath More, and then I'll click Registration. This will open a new screen, and I'm going to register 2 different serial numbers. So I need to split this. I'll click the Split button and split a quantity of 1. Now you can see I have 2 lines. For the first line, I'll click the Add button on the lower portion of the form and then select the serial number. I'll use 89 for this first line. I'll highlight the second line and click Add again and select the second serial number. Now you can see I've selected the 2 different serial numbers that we just created. When I click the Post All button, the system will update and register the 2 serial numbers against this purchase order line. You will not be able to see the serial numbers in the lines of the purchase order or on the line details. However, if you click Inventory and then Transactions, you'll be able to see the 2 transactions that were just registered. Here you can see their status is registered, and there are 2 lines for a quantity of 1. Again, if I use the Inventory Dimension Display button, I can select to display the serial number and click OK, and now the serial number displays in the grid. Now that we have reviewed how to manually allocate serial numbers, let's talk about batch numbers.